In the previous class, we have seen some examples on Coulomb's law and force between different point charges. Today, we will see a few examples on how to calculate the electric field intensity in a system of point charges. Okay, so we have an example where there are 4 point charges. So this is a question. You are asked to find E. E is the electric field intensity at a point P whose coordinates are given as 1, 1, 1. Okay, caused by 4 identical charges. The charges is given it is 3 nanocoulomb charges located at 4 points are given P1, P2, P3, and P4. Okay, so if you look at these coordinates of these 4 points, what you observe is again here the z coordinate is 0. Okay, the z coordinate is 0. You have only x and y coordinates, right? So this all the 4 points they lie on the xy plane where z is equal to 0, and the point where you want to calculate the electric field intensity, that is at 1 comma 1 comma 1, right? So 1 unit each in x, y, and z coordinate. So you can just visualize this thing. Okay, if you try to visualize this, so you're going to get this. Okay, so this will be point P1. This is x axis, y axis, z axis. Point P1, which is 1 unit in x direction and 1 unit in y direction. Z is 0. Okay, so it is on xy plane. Point P2 is minus 1 comma 1 comma 0. So it is minus 1 unit in x direction, minus x direction. Okay, so P3 is minus 1 in x, y, x and y. P4 is 1 unit in x, 1 unit in minus y direction. So it is here. Okay, so these are the 4 points, and the point where you want to find the electric field intensity is P. This is at 1 comma 1 comma 1, 1 unit in x, 1 unit in y, and 1 unit in z. So it is above. Okay, this is not in xy plane. This is 1 unit above in z axis. So as you know, whenever there are more than one charge, if you want to find the electric field intensity due to a system of charges, you can use the principle of superposition. That is, you can use the summation of electric field intensity due to these individual point charges, right? So you have the equation E. We have got this equation E, that is equal to summation of Qm divided by 4 pi epsilon Rm square into Am cap, right? So here Qm, there are n is equal to 4. Okay, in this case, n is equal to 4 because there are 4 charges P1, P2, P3, P4. And Qm, that is all these 4 charges, they are all equal. Okay, all are identical charges and all charges are equal to 3 nanocoulombs. So you can take like Q1 is equal to Q2, that is equal to Q3 is equal to Q4. Okay, all are equal here, and you can take this as Q, that is equal to 3 nanocoulombs. That is 3 into 10 raised to minus 9. Okay, 3 nanocoulombs. So what I can do is when it is equal, okay, so I can keep this outside the summation. I can keep this Qm, outside the summation. So I will get the electric field intensity. See here in this particular case, the medium is not given. Okay, whenever the medium is not mentioned, you can take it or you can assume it to be free space. Assuming the medium is free space, we can rewrite this equation like this: Q divided by 4 pi epsilon naught. In place of epsilon, I will write epsilon naught. Summation of Am divided by Rm square. Okay, Am divided by Rm square. So Q value, Q is equal to 3 into 10 raised to minus 9. Epsilon naught, 8.854 into 10 raised to minus 12. You can substitute them. Okay, you can substitute them, whatever, you will get something. So Q divided by 4 pi epsilon naught into summation of, what is Am? Am is unit vector in the direction of a particular vector, right? So you can write this in terms of Rm as Rm divided by magnitude of Rm. So if I substitute Rm divided by magnitude of Rm in place of Am, so I can write the same thing as Rm divided by, here already there is Rm square in the denominator, again there is Rm, so it will be Rm cube. Okay, so it will be Rm cube, right? So this will be the expression for E. Now our intention is to find this Rm and Rm cube. Okay, so what is M? M is from 0 to 4. Sorry, 1 to 4. M is from 1 to 4. So we need to find R1, R2, R3, and R4. Okay. So how to find which is R1, R2, R3, and R4 in this case? R1 is the distance of this point P from P1. Okay. So we will take this as R1. R2 is distance of point P from P2. So we will take it as R2. This is R3. Distance from P3 to P is R3. Distance from P4 to P is R4. Okay. So you know the coordinates of all the points. So you can find the distance very easily, right? So distance from P1 to P. Okay. So it will be P minus P1. Okay. Coordinates of P minus coordinates of P1. So from this, you can get R1, R2, R3, R4 from these points. Okay. So R1, can anyone tell me what is the magnitude of R1? First, I will write what is R1. It is this minus, so yeah, P minus P1. Okay. 1 minus 1 AX plus 1 minus 1 AY. And in the Z direction, Z axis, it is 1 minus 0 AZ, right? 1 minus 0 AZ. So what do you get? R1 is 1 minus 1 is 0, 1 minus 1 is 0. You have only 1 in AZ direction. So it is just AZ. If R1 is AZ, what is magnitude of R1? Magnitude of R1 is 1. Magnitude of R1 is, what is the magnitude of this? It's just 1. Okay. So how do you say it is correct or not? You know, if you look at this, R1 is the distance from this point from this point. Okay. So this point is at Z is equal to 0. This point is at Z is equal to 1. Okay. Rest other coordinates are same. X and Y components are same. But Z is equal to 0 here. Here Z is equal to 1. That means the distance is 1 unit in Z direction. That's why it's correct. Okay. R1 is AZ and the magnitude of R1 is 1. Now R2 is this distance from here to here. Okay. So we will take R2. So what will be the X component? Minus 1 minus 1. Sorry. P minus P2. It will be P minus P2. So 1 minus minus 1 AX, right? 1 minus minus 1 AX plus 1 minus 1 AY plus in the Z axis it is 1 minus 0. 1 minus 0 AZ. What do you get? 1 minus minus 1 is 1 plus 1, that is 2 AX. 1 minus 1 is 0, so there is no AY component, whereas there is 1 unit in the Z direction. So it is plus 1 AZ. So what is the magnitude of R2? Magnitude of R2 is square root of 2 square plus 1 square. 2 square is 1 plus 1 square. So you can take this as root 5. Okay, magnitude is root 5. Then similarly, R3 and R4 you are supposed to find. Can you complete this? Someone tell me what is R3? What is the X component of R3? R3 is this distance. Distance from P3 to P. So it is coordinates of P minus coordinates of P3. So it is 1 minus 1 AX plus 1 minus minus 1 AY plus 1 minus 0 AZ. 1 minus 0 AZ. So 1 minus minus 1 is 2. 1 minus minus 1 is 2. 1 minus 0 is 1, right? So it is 2 AX plus 2 AY plus AZ. That's why what is magnitude of R3? Magnitude of R3 is square root of 2 square is 4 plus 4 plus 1, right? 4 plus 4 plus 1 is square root of 9. That is equal to 3. Okay. Then what is R4? R4. R4 is distance from P4 to P. So it will be 1 minus 1 AX, 1 minus minus 1 AY. Then what is the Z component? 1 minus 0 AZ, right? 1 minus 0 AZ. So what is that equal to? 1 minus 1 is 0. So AX component is 0. 1 minus of minus 1 is 2 AY plus AZ. Yeah, 2 AY plus AZ. Yes. What is the magnitude? Magnitude will be, and write simply R4. That is equal to, yes, root 5, right? Square root of 4 plus 1. That is equal to square root of 5. Now you have to use these things. You have to use this in this equation to get the total electric field intensity. Okay, so first we will expand this particular summation. Okay, we will see what we get. To expand that, E will be equal to Q divided by 4 pi epsilon naught into summation of Rm divided by magnitude of Rm cube, right? So we can write it as R1 by R1 cube plus R2 by R2 cube plus R3 by R3 cube plus R4 by its magnitude cube. So we have got all this. We have got expressions for all this. Just substitute and tell me the answer. So again, you will get x component, y component, and z components. R1 is 2ax plus ay. Sorry, R1 is az, R2 is 2ax plus ay, R3 is 2ax plus 2ay plus az, R4 is 2ay plus az, right? R2 is 2ax plus az, sorry. Then R1 is 1, R2 is root 5, it will be cube, right? R3 is 3, R4 is root 5. First, let us write what is Q. Q is given as 3 nanocoulombs. We have this 3 into 10 raised to minus 9. And I told you 1 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught, you can take it as 9 into 10 raised to 9. Okay, you can also take it as 9 into 10 raised to 9, the approximate value. Or if you want the exact value, you can take it as 1 divided by 4 pi into 8.854 into 10 raised to minus 12. Okay, it will almost be equal. You'll get it as 8.98. So it will almost be equal to whatever you approximate. So then multiply, substitute these terms R1, R2, R3, and R4. So what do you get? R1 is AZ, sorry, unit vector AZ divided by R1 is 1, okay, 1 cube plus R2 is 2ax plus AZ divided by root 5 cube plus R3 is 2ax plus 2ay plus az divided by 3 cube plus R4 is 2ay plus az divided by again root 5 cube, right? So what is this term now? 10 raised to 9 and 10 raised to minus 9 and 10 raised to 9, they get cancelled. So 9 into 3 is 27. 27 is there outside the brackets. Then inside these brackets, you have different terms for ax, ay, and az. Okay, just multiply and let me know what is the component of ax. Ax is there in this place and here. So here it is 2ax divided by root 5 cube. And here it is 2ax divided by 3 cube. 3 cube is 9. Okay, so just find 2 divided by root 5 cube plus 2 divided by 27. Calculate this. That will be the ax component. What do you get? So we can write that as xy component, sorry, ax component 0.4011, right? What is that? 0.4011 ax. Similarly, what is the ay and az component? Ay is here and here, 2ay divided by 27 plus 2ay divided by root 5 cube. What is that thing? 1 plus, what was that thing? 1.289, right? I got 1.289. Yeah. Yeah. See, there is 1 by root 5 cube twice in this term as well as this term. Okay. So whatever you get, it's all are nearby values. It's fine anyway, but it should be accurate. So 1.289 and take it as 1.23 also, sorry, 1.29 also. Okay. What is the final answer then? You have to multiply this with the 27. You'll get the final one. Okay. Are we doing it wrong? You're getting something different. Yeah. The mistake, it is 3 cube. It is 3 cube here. It is not 3 square. What is 3 cube? It's 27, isn't it? So use 27. The x component will be 2 divided by root 5 cube plus 2 divided by 27, not 2 divided by 9. So this is not correct. Okay. You will get a different term here. So now calculate and let me know what is ax component. You got 2.28, right? Sorry, 0.6. What do you get? Something. Yeah, 0.2529. Yeah. That should be ax. Similarly, 0.2529 AY. And for AZ, use 27. See, 3 cube it is. What is it? What is AZ term? 1 point. So if you multiply it with 27, what do you get then? 6.82, right? What is AZ component? 1 plus 1 by root 5 cube plus 1 by 3 cube plus 1 by root 5 cube. Okay, 1.2159, right? 1.216. So it's 32.829. Okay, you're right. So you should be very careful while calculating. So if you miss, this is an example of how the answer will get wrong. Okay. So normally the final answer, it should be correct. Otherwise you lose all marks. Even though there will be some marks for steps, you lose the impression if the final answer is wrong. Okay. So this way you can solve any problem to find electric field intensity due to any number of charges. Fine. So with this, I will stop with this module. So we will solve some more examples, when you will come here in classes. We will solve, there are plenty of examples which have actually appeared in the previous question papers. So we will solve them. And in the next class, I will start with the second module. So these examples I will continue when you come to classes in the college. Okay, I'll stop today's class here.